once you're signed up and logged in, you now have access to a variety of Mapbox tools via your map IDs and other information associated with your account. So the first thing that you can do with Mapbox, the sort of base level, interesting, easy thing that you can do is you can go to your projects page and create a new project. And what clicking this button does is opens our web interface, which is called Mapbox Editor. Mapbox Editor is really handy if you have some data and you want to make a map and visualize that data quickly and show it off in an interactive way. You can start by selecting from one of a variety of pre-made map styles designed by folks at Mapbox. This is the Mapbox Streets design, but we also have a pencil map, which looks like it was drawn by hand with a pencil, as well as various terrain type maps. For this map in particular, I think we should go with the satellite data. Mapbox creates a satellite layer that can be used in your maps that is created from a variety of data on a rolling basis, where the data is color corrected and the imagery is smooth and clear. The next thing we can do here is we can select an existing data set and import a data set. Let's go ahead and import this GeoJSON data set, which shows the 2.5 magnitude earthquakes and higher from the last day. So we can go ahead and click open, and then in this box I get to decide what I want the title of my tooltip to be and what I want the description to be. So for the title of the tooltip, let's go with the magnitude of the earthquake, and then for the description, let's do the place. So each tooltip will include the magnitude and the place. And then we can go ahead and customize the style. Maybe we want a medium sized marker. Maybe we'll make them in gray. And then we can add a symbol on top of the marker as well to identify what the marker is. So for this one, let's go with star. I can click Finish Importing. And then all of a sudden now we see all of the earthquakes on from the last day that are higher than magnitude 2.5. And when I click on each one, in here in editor mode, you can see that the title is the magnitude of the earthquake and the description is the location. And then I can go marker by marker and change the style of each one if I want to. Then I can save this map, save to my account, and then here via the project tab, I get a share link. Then I can go ahead and paste in this share link, and it'll show off my map. So anybody can go and look, click on various magnitudes, and see the different locations of these maps or these earthquakes in the world. The other thing that Mapbox Editor allows you to do is actually take this map and embed it in another website, which is really helpful if you want to embed it in your own web pages. And finally, we now have access to the GeoJSON data that we imported. If we wanted to import, we can download that back. And if we decide we want to manually add some features, perhaps a polygon outlining a certain area, we can manually add features as well, change the style on them, and create the types of visualizations that we want. And then all of that gets perpetuated and updated into the share link and the embed page. And so all of these tools are very helpful and useful for creating quick visualizations, but the real power in Mapbox comes from being able to take these maps and customize them even further. One tool that we use to customize maps and create these custom styles is called Mapbox Studio. Mapbox Studio looks like this. It is a map interface where you can use a language called Carto CSS to customize the styling of your map. So what I can do here is the first thing I want to do is save my map, call it IRE. And then once I've saved my map, I can go in and change around things like color And then once I press save, the color of the water is updated. And then I can save these styles and use them in other Mapbox, with other Mapbox tools and open source tools. Once you have created the styles that you want to use, you can then add custom interactions and create rich visualizations with Mapbox.js, which is our JavaScript API. In this example, you can take two layers, create two different layers, and swipe between them to see the differences. So let's say you have old imagery and new imagery, or one layer is, one style is showing water features and the other one is showing drought conditions. And you can swipe between them, and there are tons of other different types of customization that you can add to your map. For example, in May of this year, when the Amtrak train 188 derailed near Philadelphia, one of my colleagues working with the Washington Post, used Mapbox Studio to show along the route how the speed of that train diverged from what is the normal speed. So through this visualization, it became very clear to see how this might have happened based on the data that existed.